discussed. The National Secretariat, very important. Then the motto, which is Abramos Hospitality, we have our logo, we have our organs. These organs, as we know, the supreme organ, the most powerful organ is the General Assembly. They are the one that can decide so many things. Then we have the board, we have the VICOSA National Council, then we have the National Executive Council, then the year and the class set. Now, where I have issue is which we must try to understand, sir. Maybe you interpret it to us. Is the VICOSA National Council and I think, yeah, the VICOSA National Council are the head of sets, right?
Yes.
Am I right?
You are correct.
So, because that number 5, they are saying year and class set, maybe they are now talking about the entire. Okay, that's fine. So that national council, I've asked you to create a secretary. I've asked you to create a new platform for all chairmen and secretary of SET. I think they have not done enough advocacy on that.
I'm looking at that. Just
What can we do? How many have you gotten? No, because why I'm saying so is that the one we are using now, a lot of them are no longer the head of sets, but they are still there. We can't be using them. How many have you collected? Please check it. Very important. We need to create that arm because even when we do our budget, we need to let them see that budget. Am I right?
Yes.
Just remove the names of the. How will you know? There are a lot of people there that they are not even secretaries.
No longer secretaries.
Maybe we may have to write. We have to release a letter to that, and give them a time limit to respond. So when they see it, I'm sure they will start responding. So any class that is not responding, I mean, that means that they have shoot themselves in the leg. So we know what the General Assembly will do. They are the ones that to revise the Constitution, then determine the general policy, approve programs and whatever. But there are a lot of their work, the work of the General Assembly, that is subsumed being their representative. You understand? See, some people don't understand certain things. Take for example, you don't prepare a budget now and now take it to the National Assembly. I mean, no, the General Assembly. We are going to do our budget. You understand? We review it with the council and the board, and when it is approved, then we implement. However, you know that this is not an association that have a particular budget before, that a template for budgeting before. So to now say we're going to write a budget now, we may have to look at the way to do it. What do we want to do that will make us to write a budget? If we say we want to review, we want to renovate the hall now, what figure are you going to put there? You cannot put any figure there for now. You understand? So we want to do 80th anniversary now. You cannot just put figure there within a month or two. So we need to do a lot of work in that regard. So the budget may be in piecemeal. How do I mean? We want to renovate the hall. For us to do 80th anniversary, we must get an engineer, both structural, quantities of what they call it, quantities of oil, and all the engineers, or we get one engineer who help us get
the building family,
building bill of quantity and all those things. And I'm suggesting we see this man in 1986. Maybe he can help us to do that thing. What's his name now? Yeah, former chairman. 80 cents. He's an engineer. The one that they will give award. What is his name now?
the CTC gave award.
Yes. He's no, not that one. I remember his name. I was the one that even read his citation. His name is is somebody who contact one or two people that are VICOSA people that can help us.
I think for that president, it is important to also give service of analytics, because I remember we said we are going to change some structures.
And that's what I'm saying.
So we will need the service of an architect.
Yes.
And a builder too.
Yes. When we get an engineer, he will bring all other professionals together. You understand? And all of them will work as a team for us to know what to do. Is that okay? It won't be one person. So many engineers will come up. But when we get to that one, we will look at it. Now, in this constitution, what is most important for me is for us to know our own role. The board of directors, the board of trustees, they know their own role in the constitution. They have the constitution, they should look at it. Now, let us look at, please. 7.2.4 is very important. 7.2.4, that is the function and power of the trustee, so that we don't get misguided to think that their role is just an advisory role. Number A, shall hold and administer the properties of the association. In other words, the property of the association is in their custody for trust for the entire association. Then, to act as the critical intermediation and resolution body of the association. Then, to stand as a regulatory body to the association and act as its integrity and provisory in addition to the conventional role of being the custodian of the property of the association. D, which is very, very important, and we should not allow it to happen to us. They can take over management of the affair of the association where the ESCO is not able to continue, or in the event that there is conflict and irreconcilable differences among the ESCO, or where the ESCO is unable to perform anymore. This number D is very, very important. We must not allow it to happen at any time. We should not even pray it happens. That is why we must work as a team. If there is any differences, let us resolve it among ourselves. We have some of us that are more elderly. They should be able to also talk to those ones that are, just let us work as a team. Let us work for one purpose. And I believe that in this current administration, there won't be anything that we cannot resolve by the grace of God.
Respectfully, sir, Mr. President, and protocols duly observed, a constitution is said to be alive if it's able to meet up certain exigencies, something that happens.
Sit down, sir.
The reason why that clause came in was because of the circumstances we found ourselves at that point
In time. Which we never envisaged.
No, it was because we saw that there are power plays going on. That whether the constitution should be made subject to the dictates of the president alone, or that this class set should be able to take over, where the parties, where the ESCO themselves are not able to agree.
You mean the trustee?
Yes,
Trustee.
the trustees where they have
Yeah.
even the ESCOs when they have in that last government, that last administration, there were irreconcilable differences between the members of the executive, and they don't want to. They will not call meetings. Even if they call meetings, they will not be able to agree on what to do. This is why we say, in case such things happen, there must be some other set, there must be
Other
arm that will be able to check the excesses of some people to bring them back. If we, for example, are not able to decide here, we go to the next level. If we are not able to decide here, we take it to the heads of classes or the sect. If they are not able to agree, we take it to
the apex.
and you now go before you go to the board of trustees. Those are the final organ. They are like the Supreme Court of this association. Therefore, that is why those words came into that at that point. We don't have to use it if we are all
Together
on the same page.
on the
It
issue.
will come up. But in case, just in the event it comes up, we will be able to fall back on that to be able to know what steps to we take. That's the essence of that.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Are we clear?
I noted something here,
Yes.
which I want to ask, that what is our reporting line and approval line? Maybe that's what we are trying to.
No, the conflicts.
What
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
We're talking about conflicts.
ESCO itself.
Yes, I know.
Moderation of our activities.
I know. I understand that one. I'm talking in line of looking at it in line of what you are saying now. Like you said something now. If we are unable to agree on certain thing here, we take it to that's reporting and approval.
And this
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm, no, I'm
It's
thinking
not as if
about.
there's an approval. No. We are telling them this is what has happened.
Okay.
We are not able to agree on this point here.
Okay.
Then let the heads of sects
Head of set. Okay.
take a decision.
Okay.
If where those ones fail, we go to the next step
That is neck to head of set. Then from head of set
to the board of
The
trustees.
board.
That's what I'm trying to
Yes.
put as reporting line. I know.
There's a reporting line.
It's a reporting line. We are not
If there is conflict,
conflict line.
Yes.
conflict resolution
Line.
process.
It's not as if any other association is higher than the
The
ESCO.
ESCO is the
You are the engine room
I
of
know.
the system. But where the brake is
Conflict.
failing,
Yes.
somebody has to be able to apply another system.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So now 7.44. That is National Executive Committee. That is where it concerns us. And I think we have in this constitution, we have the national president, so the typographer of the nation president. Am I the nation president?
National VICOSA.
They will just carry me this night.
Nation of VICOSA.
So, Deputy National President, National Secretary, please let us be very, very conscious of the name. Deputy National President, National Secretary, Deputy National Secretary, National Treasurer, National Financial Secretary, National Publicity Secretary, right? National Legal Advisor, National Welfare Officer, and National Auditor, and Internal Auditor. I don't know what's the meaning of that. Maybe they wanted to write External Auditor.
Not the external.
It's supposed to be External Auditor.
External.
Yes, because there is a place where they said we should appoint, we can appoint an external auditor to look at our books. So it should be, it's an error, it should be correct. Now,
sorry,
there is one thing I observed here.
the external auditor is not a member of the ESCO.
No, it's
No,
not.
no, no, no.
So which means that particular item should not be there.
You shouldn't be there.
Which
It should
no-
be
which
national. It should be.
The internal,
It should be national auditor.
There must, we have an auditor
Yes.
in the ESCO.
Yes.
Which is
Who
national
will,
auditor.
yes, national auditor, where we have to give reports. For
Yeah.
example,
He will
no,
be.
this is what our own auditor.
Yes.
But when we are going to give the records out,
That is
there must be an external auditor.
External
yeah, but it's not a member of the
It's not a
No.
member of the, it's
And that's what they say. That number K should not be there.
that could also give the power to bring out, to take power, to take anything, any other person outside, will be a member of
VICOSA.
but outside the ESCO,
Yes.
to be able to check the record.
Yes,
It's
it's,
check and balances.
it's in the constitution.
Yes,
I read it somewhere.
yes,
So we appoint any of our chartered accountants
yes, to go and
to
check.
look at our books. Okay, let us look at the powers and function of the National Executive Committee. The National Executive Committee, they are the one to organize the National Executive. We have meetings, including national convention every year, and make sure that all decisions and resolutions agreed at all meetings of the association are carried out. Formulate appropriate policies for the achievement of the aims and objectives of the general direction of the association. Manage, administer, and superintend over the affairs and activities of the association. Manage, oversees, and put to use the association financial resources, including the custody and safekeeping and distribution of money in order to realize the association. Money can man know. Anybody know what you put on?
Yeah, that's the checks and balances.
Disseminate and advertise pertinent news and bulletin designed to enlighten, educate, and generally raise awareness about the situation with the association and its members. Appoint members into ad hoc and standing committees. Discharge all functions of the convention between meetings. Discharge all functions of the convention between meetings, meaning that the convention has already given us the power to act on their behalf. You understand? We don't have to call, except where it is necessary, that we can call extraordinary general meeting. Something must be very, very important for us to call that one. Now, officers' function and power, eligibility. Members shall be not less than 55. Am I already?
I don't know. Sir, like we said, it was as a result
Of what happened.
What happened then.
Yeah.
You want to believe that at that level you would have been able to achieve a certain level of maturity
Maturity, which is okay.
for you to be able to take.
To lead.
You can do it when you are younger, but then you have other people guiding you too.
Exactly.
You know, three normal heads.
Mm.
So one head, one good head is better than three dead heads.
Yes.
So when people are coming together, they may not see something like this, they not saw that time like this thing will have been like this, but it will also be like that. So therefore, which way out?
Yes.
That's why the head of the division, the head of the association is going to take
Yes. 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 So, and I've worked in a reputable and verifiable organization at management level for not less than 15 years. Be a financially committed member of the association, not to be convicted, not be convicted felon, sorry. Have good record of commitment to the association, have good character and sound mind. Then the function shall be the head of the association and have general authority for the supervision, direction, and control over the conduct and affairs of the association, and shall provide direction, guidelines, and leadership to the National Executive Committee and all other committees and organs of the association. Shall serve as an ex-official member of the National Board of Trustees at all their meetings. So we need to write to BOT.
It's already contained there. You are
It's there.
so whenever they have that meeting and you are aware.
You know they need to add us to their platform for us to.
You are the head.
It is you now, not us.
No, he will
They
be
are
there
talking about your duty.
okay.
This is the duty of the president.
Okay.
It's only the president so far.
But
But if you get to secretary, maybe.
The president can delegate.
Yeah.
no, it's like even it's
No.
two of us.
Yes.
It's even two of us.
Yes. But but you have to know that there's what's called delegators non test
Delegate.
A delegate cannot
Not
sub-delegate.
You can, if I delegate you, you can't delegate another person.
To Mr. Ogunlagba and represent you.
Direct and summon meetings of the association for national convention, annual general meetings, extraordinary general meeting, national executive council meeting, and any other appropriate meeting in accordance with the provision of the constitution. Have power to delegate his duties. Give lawful directive to all officials. Lawful ni o, kì í ṣe pé kí ní pé kó lọ gbọ́mọ wá o.
It's lawful.
It's lawful.
It's not lawful.
It's lawful.
Right. Have power. We are recording you. If you like, don't edit it. I will fire you.
Gbọ́mọ wá tó ń sọ kì í ṣe ọmọ ọdẹ nídìí ni.
To all officials, all officials still at all levels for the association and exercise a casting vote where necessary. Direct and exercise control over all other officers in the performance of their duty and be an authorization to assign duty to other officers and members of the association from time to time as appropriate. Comrade Ogidon,
Yes,
did you read that? Number 5.
yes, I'm with you. I'm reading along with you.
So tí bá sọ pé kó o lọ pa ẹyẹ wá má sọ pé o pa ẹyẹ o àparò. Okay.
But this issue of casting the votes very necessary. You look at that.
Okay, what do you want to say?
Well, you see?
When we all of you are in a meeting and there's a tie,
Yes.
I know.
you know the president will not vote when all of you are voting.
That's very how.
When everybody is voting, he will not vote because he has that power. So where there's a tie, they have to be
You
played.
understand?
No, I want everybody to
Understand.
understand what you are talking about. That casting that
No, you
vote.
understand.
And the president will not vote. He will not vote narrowly.
Ordinarily.
He will not vote. So when we want to make a decision, we don't vote.
It's the one that will give instruction for the vote.
No,
Yeah.
okay, whatever.
By the time you
Because the one
vote,
that
so when we now
this is
vote
a
that-
democratic something, we want to vote on so it's one that will give that instruction.
so when the vote now tie.
Where there's a tie.
You can now say we are
Where do
trying
we go now? We have to take a decision.
Yeah.
So that's why the president will have that vote, that single vote. Which
Which
you want
change his narration.
Okay. Direct and
Sorry,
exercise-
President. Why you called my name was the prelude to our former discussion.
our informal.
No, former discussion as regards the duties of.
It was an
officers.
informal talk then. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
and then when we get there, duties of each officer.
I'm now saying that even upon that your duty,
You can still be
it is my prerogative
If the
to
duty
direct.
is not stated in the constitution.
He
It
has
is
power
there.
to
Can't you
instruct
see it?
and direct him.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay. Number
Your
5.
duty is there, right? But under the president can direct, exercise control over all other officers
In
in the performance of their duty and be at authorization to assign duties to other officers and members of the association from time to time as appropriate. That is the thing.
This one is talking about availability and qualification.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are the one that's supposed to do the work,
Take for
but you are
example.
not available.
Take for example now.
Well,
I
yes.
know your duty. You understand? But maybe one or two of the ESCO member is not forthcoming. Is drag footing, and I know you can do that work in order to make the association move forward. I can ask you to say, okay, respectfully, Ogidon, please,
In addition
to his own
job,
duty,
you can also
do it, and nobody will say that
no,
you are working outside your.
Nobody will say you have not been directed because you are not doing it on your own.
Yes.
Nobody here.
For example, welfare, if he's not at this meeting now, who is going to make arrangement for this?
Exactly.
Is it the,
So you can equally ask you to go and arrange for.
If I know that is your
No.
area of
what I'm saying is a very simple thing. No, the constitution has envisaged where there is a crisis, where there is a problem.
Yes.
Yes, the constitution has envisaged
Yes.
where we cannot even resolve. The constitution has envisaged where we should take the case to.
Definitely.
Practically, what we are saying is this: where there is peace, huh? the vice or deputy secretary, assistant secretary is not around. It's not in justice. Yeah. Now, if he is pressed now and he wants to excuse himself, or he has an urgent call, where there is peace, he can step in and take the minute. Nobody talks about that. But in a situation where there is a kind of misunderstanding between two, permit me to use this, the president and the treasurer, and he's now asking me to go and be doing the work of the treasurer.
When it's around.
Just so this. Well, I've noted a situation where there's a kind of misunderstanding between the president. Let me learn, sir. Where there's a kind of misunderstanding. Naturally, the treasurer will not be happy that I'm doing his job. So the crisis must be resolved. So I know my job. My job is not to do the job of the treasurer. But because the president doesn't like the face of the treasurer, he's now assigned the work to me. I will decline. Resolve the issue. No, that is the issue of giving job to anybody. Everybody knows his job.
Everybody knows
Yes.
his job.
But when there is kind of lacking because of the association, someone can step in. There is. So it's all right.
But we don't envisage any crisis.
I understand.
We cannot say that.
Is it possible?
No. What he is
This is
saying.
an association of
Hold on.
different minds
Is it
who
possible?
disagree.
If there's crisis,
One
the
house.
president cannot say you should
Sorry,
do the work of
crisis is
God.
different from disagreement.
Disagreement, that's-
We will disagree.
Disagree on
It's
the-
just normal. All of us cannot
Agree.
face the same direction now. Yeah, we will disagree strongly
This is just-
for the interest of the association. And to uphold the constitution, we disagree. We cannot always agree on
When the officer.
when you have 10 people,
is on ground.
Hold on.
10 fathers.
Hold on.
We will disagree.
We will get to a place where you know there is a place where an ESCO member can be punished. You understand? We will get to that. What he's saying is very, very correct. Where the president and one officer is having issue. You understand? And some leaders are like that. They will just if the leader may be the person that is even wrong o, and he will now sideline that person and start
You see another person.
using another person. You understand? He has created a problem. Then there is no more teamwork. But what is emphasized here is not that. What is emphasized here is that should somebody not available genuinely,
Yes.
you understand? I mean, we can always have, that is the team, so that it won't be good for the other person to have say
Yes.
when you know that the person is not available and is sick or something
Yes.
happen,
And it's necessary.
or is look at the guy in Abuja that called that he just got that job and not up to a month and they have issues here and there. He called me and take it or leave it. If he's not financially okay, he cannot perform here. Iṣẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ bọ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ torí professor fún VICOSA, you understand? But again, he must try as much as possible to balance the whole thing. What you have said is very correct. In the atmosphere of peace, we can always, anybody can do anybody's work. You understand what I'm saying now? Lẹ́gà ni bàbá yìí, wọ́n lè gbé àgbo wá fún mi.
Very kind of.